Hello, this is the practice video for our jazz dance routine, at least the parts that we have learned so far. All right, here's what we are going to do. We'll break down the parts and then we'll walk through it, the whole thing together. Remember, look in the description of this video for the link to the song to practice to, Too Darn Hot. It's a recent Broadway production of Kiss Me Kate. So that's the song we're dancing to. Okay, we started with some isolations. We did that for several counts of 8. Remember those shoulder isolations, up and down, roll them around, one hip at a time, up and down, out to the side like you're bumping. Or you could bring them together and apart. You could do both together, or you can do just one side at a time. Up to you. So we do shoulder isolations for some self-expression through 3 whistles. You're going to listen in the song. The last whistle that comes down, after that we have to count 2, 3, 4, then we do our jazz squares. Forward, side, start over. Side, forward, cross, back. Side, forward, cross, back. And if you can do those arms reciprocally or opposite, that is better. If not, just do the best you can. So we do 2 jazz squares. And I will face away from you when I do it the last time so you can follow along. Isolations, then we do our jazz squares, and then we are going to start by just stepping to your left, step together, step, tap. We do that 4 times. Step together, step, tap. Step together, step, tap. You remember this one, and you remember trying to do the reciprocal arm swings. The tricky part here, the cognitive challenge, the brain challenge, which will make us really good at this, is swinging the arms opposite. So as we step left, we swing the right arm. Step, then change together, and change again, step, and tap. That's pretty easy. But then when we go back this way, we hold our arms there because when we step with our right, our left arm should stay forward. So it's a pause there. Step, together, step, tap. Hold the arm. Step, together, step, tap. Keep the arms. Step, now change the other, step, tap. Hold the arm. Step, now swing. Together, step, tap. Just a little bit of a challenge, a little extra challenge. If you don't want that challenge, you don't have to take that challenge. That's that dual tasking we talk about that challenges us so well. The next thing we do after we do left, right, and here we are with our left foot ready to go, we double timed it. We looked the direction we were going as we kind of shuffled or chasséed or skipped, and you can do some arms with it. You can hold your arms still, whatever seems like the right amount of challenge for you. So starting with the left, it was 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we switch and focus, finding a point in each direction that you can focus on and look at only that point. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and switch. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we did that 3 times. We had a new step. We stepped out, then cross, and then we posed with our arms up and our hip leading the way. The thing that we don't want to do when we're posing, and you can pose any old way you want to, just make it yours, is we don't want to collapse. We don't want to collapse our back and let our hips fall in, let our knees collapse, because that can hurt our spine or our joints, and it's just not very comfortable. So when we do our step, cross, pose, we want to lift high, even though we're pushing our hip that way. Use that back left leg as a kickstand. Think of it like a kickstand. If my bike is here leaning, my bike is leaning. What I want is my bike to stand up, so I'm going to push that kickstand down, really keep that foot on the ground, whether it's my toe or my whole foot, but just shift that hip, press yourself up, and reach. That was our next step. Then, the next step we did was we just kind of brought ourselves for a couple counts back to facing forward, and either tight feet or a little wider, whichever you're more comfortable with. If your balance is more challenged by a narrow base of support, keep your feet together. I will turn sideways just to demonstrate our knee bounces again. We will do 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And to stay balanced while you lift your toes, what you want to think about is press into your legs. That'll help turn on your core muscles to support you. So do a little press there the whole time. And when you straighten your knees, send your tail back and make sure your nose is kind of coming towards your toes. So what you don't want to do is shift back away from your toes. You kind of want to meet your toes a little bit. Pretend like they're magnetized. So we reach, and if you don't want to lift your toes real high, you don't have to. But do the most that you can. And again, press, push the tail back. You can keep the chest lifted a little bit, face lifted a little bit, and you want to be real bent at the hips here. Like you're in a chair, and then you're straight. We do 8 of those. And those are really fun to play with. So we put all of that together, and then we do a turning step. I'll demonstrate. We step with our left foot, so let me move over. We take a step to the left, and then turn around real slowly, and just step right. It's a chain turn. So we turn, and we step this way. Simple as that. We do that 2 times. So the turn is a slow one. 1, 2, then 3, 4. Okay. So we step out with our left and turn with our right. And when we are turned around, then our 5, 6, 7, 8 counts, we're just going to drag our leg in. So we're here, and I neglected to say, turn with arms open, those nice jazz hands, and stand there. So you turn with open arms, and then we drag that on. In this case, it'll be our left foot in. And then we do the turn again. We step left, turn right, and reach up to the sky, which goes along with the music high with my baby. And then we use those next 4 counts to melt down. Melt, because it's too darn hot. From the front, it might look like this. We turn, and then we melt our arms. Or you can melt your whole body down. Hands are just great. And then, that's where we ended for the day. So, we'll add on to that later. Let's walk through the whole thing. I will face away from you so you can see it. And here we go. So we're going to do our isolations. I'm not going to count the whole thing, but we do something and snap along or tap along or clap along if you like. And on that 3rd whistle, we know it's going to go 2, 3, 4 jazz square. Side, front, cross, back. Again, side, front, cross, back. Step to the left. Step, together, step, tap. Step, together, step. Again. Step, together, step, tap. Step, together, step, tap. You can turn that into a grapevine if you like even. Step, together, step, tap. And then we do our double time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, switch. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Again. 2, 3, new step. Step and cross. Step, cross, and pose. That's our pose we hold for a moment. And then we come back together for 8 counts of bounces. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we do 2 jazz squares again. Apologies. 2, turn, hop, backward, 2, turn, hop, backward. We step, and then we turn, and then we drag that leg in. Then we step and turn again. Ready? We step, and we reach, and we melt, 2, 3, 4. All right, not the best video quality, I know, forever, but those are the steps that we did in the order that we did them. Send questions. Take advantage of our practice coach, Reagan, and make sure you reach out to her. And we'll see you next week.